When I stepped into the role of president of PALSCON in 2016, little did I know that in that same year, our organization would be at the forefront of the proposed banning of contractualization. It began with President Rodrigo Duterte's campaign promise to stop contractualization within the next 6 months of his presidency should he win the race.
The moment I assume the presidency, contractualization will stop.
Thus began one of the most challenging chapters in the history of PALSCON and the service contracting industry. When the new administration took office, the drive to ban all forms of contractualization in the Philippines took center stage, and we were vilified as the antagonist. Forgotten was the fact that PALSCON worked very hard to cement its legacy as a staunch partner of the government in nation building and in creating a societal balance between the prosperity of the businesses that contribute to the national economy and the welfare of the labor force that is the lifeblood of these businesses. Within the first year of President Duterte's term, the Senate and Congress campaigned to pass bills that would garner the approval of both houses to deliver on the president's campaign promise and the clamor of extremist labor groups to end service contracting. We, on the other hand, moved rapidly to protect the industry. We fought to satisfy both objectives, mainly to break the misconceptions about service contracting and to enforce compliance. We campaigned to make the press and legislators understand how legitimate service contractors contribute to the Philippine economy and that we are not a 555 or endo industry. The next few years were spent campaigning for the truth about our industry and the survival of PALSCON. We opposed House Bill 551 and Senate Bill 1826 to be passed into law. We lobbied for our voices to be heard through countless TV, radio, and press interviews. Eventually, after passing Congress and the Senate, proposed Bill 1826 found its way to the President's desk, but we were able to intervene after meeting with his legal advisors. And with the support of allies, the bill was vetoed. This victory wasn't ours alone, but a victory for the Filipino laborer as well. In 2017, there was a threat of the banning of contractualization. Then Dole Department Order No. 174 came out. It was a triumph for the industry. Instead of a ban, stricter regulations were imposed. It was also at this time that PALSCON forged alliances with other big employer groups like ECOP, Philippine Center for Entrepreneurship, and PCCI. The year 2018 entered with the strict conditions imposed by DO 174. This led to hardships in the conduct of business. Even legitimate contractors gave up, and those who survived only did so because of the strict compliance with the department order. 2019 saw PALSCON rise from the aftermath of the issuance of DO 174. The decision to embrace the challenges led to the realization that we needed to strengthen our influence over the labor industry. This meant that we would have to grow our membership and create chapters to serve more members and provide them with the tools needed through a working and efficient office. It was during this period that PALSCON's significant rise in influence became evident. We signed a memorandum of agreements with DOLE, TESDA, DTI, LGUs, PESO, USAID, and other entities to pursue our objectives. We also participated in, initiated, sponsored, and co-sponsored timely and relevant forums, symposiums, and lectures by private and government experts relating to business, employment, and service contracting. We were invited to attend and participate in the international labor conferences of the International Labor Organization or ILO in Geneva, Switzerland. After After a tumultuous 4 years, we were finally beginning to gain the respect of the government and business owners. And then 2020 happened.
Community quarantine is hereby imposed in the entire of Metro Manila.
The COVID-19 pandemic sneaked up on all of us, disrupting our normal lives and making it the new normal. COVID-19 shook the entire world and no one could escape the death and destruction it brought. We were thrust into disarray. We had to suspend almost, if not all of our business operations, while carrying the noble responsibility of caring for our people who were displaced by the pandemic. We embraced our social responsibility as employers, and we survived with our workers. In 2021, we rolled out the PALSCON Training Academy, conducting EGMMs, e-copyhans, and online job fairs as we continued to air Pulse Connect on YouTube. The internet and social media became our allies in the training and upscaling of workers in partnership with ILO, ECOP, and other organizations. Last year, aside from upgrading our website, PALSCON hosted its first national forum outside of Metro Manila. Delegates converged in Cebu City, Queen City of the South. It marked another milestone in the history of our organization. And here we are, it's 2023. And as I look back at the year has brought, I'm so pleased to report that we have managed to forge new friendships and strengthen old alliances. PALSCON is about people and relationships, more than business and profit. We're called to be servant leaders who put our people above our interest. Only by becoming this kind of organization can we continue to lead with integrity and be a reflection of what it means to truly care.
We have journeyed together for 8 years, and in those years, we have had to keep the faith and hope alive in so many instances. I believe this has made us better PALSCONians, and my greatest wish for all of us is that we grow in love, for the greatest of these is love.